Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the latest news from around the world. Why are there not more people talking about what's really happening beneath our feet? The ground trembles. Deep beneath the Pacific Northwest, a giant stirs. A swarm of tiny earthquakes is detected, routine for a volcano, but the internet erupts. Headlines flash, St. Helens waking up. Is Yellowstone next? YouTubers point to maps, spin wild theories, and warn of apocalyptic chain reactions. Fear spreads faster than facts, family group chats buzz with panic. But what's really happening? Is this the start of a disaster or just another viral scare? The truth is less dramatic but far more important. Sensationalists use words like imminent and cataclysm, ignoring the steady work of scientists. They build suspense and conspiracy, feeding on uncertainty and transforming routine data into a countdown to doom. This isn't journalism, it's performance. The real story is about how easily misinformation takes root in public anxiety. It's about separating fact from fiction, science from spectacle. We need to pull back the curtain and see these viral claims for what they are, calculated efforts to manipulate your emotions for profit. So what's actually happening beneath our feet? Let's dig into the science and the truth behind the headlines. Here's the viral claim. Mount St. Helens is rumbling, and alarmists say it's a sign of an impending eruption. But they go further, suggesting an eruption at St. Helens could trigger Yellowstone, unleashing a supervolcano apocalypse. They show maps with glowing lines, graphs of earthquake swarms, and toss around terms like crustal stress transfer. The story, St. Helens erupts, sets off a chain reaction and Yellowstone blows. It's a disaster movie script, not science. These creators use scientific jargon to sound credible but offer no real evidence. The goal? To scare you, get clicks, and go viral. The narrative is compelling, 2 famous volcanoes, 1 domino effect. But when you look at the actual science, the premise collapses. There's no credible link between these volcanoes. The domino effect is a house of cards built on fear, not facts. So what do the real experts say? Let's find out. Scientists at the U.S. Geological Survey monitor these volcanoes around the clock. Mount St. Helens is active, yes, but this activity is normal. Small earthquake swarms and ground movement are expected for a living volcano. The current alert level? Green, meaning non-eruptive, nothing unusual. If there were real danger, the alert would rise to yellow, orange, or red. The fact it's still green says it all. No crisis. Yellowstone? Same story. It's at green normal. Thousands of tiny quakes and ground shifts happen every year, routine, not alarming. No new or unusual activity, no sign of imminent eruption. The idea that St. Helens could trigger Yellowstone, completely unsupported by data. These are 2 separate systems, both behaving as expected. The real story is careful monitoring, public data, and no sign of catastrophe. Scientists are transparent, the facts are public, the experts aren't worried, and you shouldn't be either. So why can't one volcano set off another? Let's break down the geology. The domino effect theory falls apart under basic geology. Mount St. Helens and Yellowstone are hundreds of miles apart, fed by different magma systems. Think of them as houses on different streets. One's plumbing doesn't affect the other. St. Helens is part of the Cascade Arc, formed by subduction of tectonic plates. Yellowstone is a hotspot volcano, powered by a deep mantle plume. 2 volcanoes, 2 origins, 2 separate magma sources. The idea that an eruption at St. Helens could trigger Yellowstone is pure fiction. Even a massive eruption at St. Helens wouldn't send enough energy to affect Yellowstone. Experts agree, there's no scientific debate here. The USGS has debunked this myth repeatedly. Awakening Yellowstone would require immense forces from within its own system, not a distant neighbor. The volcanic domino effect is a misunderstanding of how our planet works. So why do these stories keep spreading? Fear sells. In the online world, attention is currency. Normal seismic activity doesn't get clicks. Supervolcano domino effect does. Dramatic headlines provoke anxiety, making you stop, click, and share. These creators aren't scientists, they're chasing views, likes, and ad revenue. Fear bypasses rational thought, spreading faster than facts. Misinformation goes viral while scientific corrections lag behind. Each share generates profit for the creators, feeding a cycle of panic. They use jargon and cherry-pick data to sound credible, counting on the public's lack of expertise. This erodes trust in real scientific institutions and can desensitize people to genuine warnings. The result? Unnecessary panic, confusion, and a public less prepared for real risks. Misinformation isn't harmless, it's a threat to public safety. So, how do you find the truth? Let's talk about where to get real information. Here's how to stay informed. Protect yourself from misinformation. Go straight to the source. The USGS and other scientific agencies are transparent and public. Their websites offer real-time data, alert levels, and clear explanations for every monitored volcano. Follow official social media accounts like at USGS Volcanoes for updates and myth-busting. Don't rely on clickbait or random YouTubers. Check the facts yourself. Modern volcano monitoring is a scientific achievement designed to keep us safe. Networks of sensors and satellites watch these systems 24/7, giving plenty of warning if real danger arises. The experts see no evidence of a St. Helens Yellowstone connection, and no sign of impending catastrophe. The supervolcano domino effect is a digital ghost story. The real story? Science is keeping us informed and safe. Next time you see a scary headline, pause. Don't click, don't share. Go to the source, look at the data, and trust the science. You have the power to stop the spread of fear.